Hello, everyone. Welcome to the, I don't know which one, meeting of the Black Sessions. Today we changed the date in order for us to meet because tomorrow we have a match. So it's our first one day. It's been a while. We're about to, it's almost a year since we started with these meetings. So it's like, we're like almost there. Next week it's going to have, like, it's going to be the day. So we're going to have a mini celebration. So yeah. Today we're meeting to discuss episode 4 of season 4, which is called Hang the DJ. It's an episode we've been postponing like 3 weeks, so I'm happy to discuss it finally. And I would like to start by knowing your opinions on the episode, if you liked it or not, main ideas, reflections before we get into the discussion. Gabby, did you like the episode?
Yes, I enjoy it
Yeah.
a lot because I found it more helpful with a end, I don't know, more happier
Yes, it had a
than before.
happy ending.
Um,
Yeah, it could be a happy ending. I don't know. I think we could speculate that maybe it's not, but it was a happy episode.
Yeah, I think yes, it's beautiful. The places, the music is great.
Yeah.
I enjoy it a lot.
The music was great. Yes, the Smiths was the main track. So yeah, you liked it. It was a good experience. For me, I had fun, actually. It was a fun episode. Paulina, how did you feel with the episode? Did you like it?
Hi.
Hello.
Hi, everyone.
Hello.
And this is my first time doing something like this.
Yeah.
I mean, I took a lot of English classes the last year, but I am still learning. So
don't worry,
please,
we're all learning. We're all
I need
learning
all
here.
your patience because
Don't
my
worry.
English is not perfect, but I do the best I can. So
Technically, none of us has perfect English. None of us is native, so don't worry. We all make mistakes.
Okay, thank you. The episode, I like it very much because it's a glowing episode, hopeful in comparison to the other episodes to the series.
Yes.
Because at the end, you can see how finally love can do all.
That's romantic.
Right?
That's very romantic.
Yes, because the episode is very romantic. I do not have seen all the episodes of the series, and I think this is the most romantic episode.
I agree.
Of Black Mirror.
I think probably this is the only that is actually romantic.
Yes, yes.
That has to do with romance and like, yeah. So you like that? You had a good experience.
Yes, and also it makes me feel like all the technology is not that bad. I mean, maybe you can find a bright side of the technology.
Yeah, in this case, technology was not technically. I will like. I still say that I think that the ending could be sad. That we could get a little get like deeper into it and maybe find a bad side of it. But from the top, we see that technology here was not that bad. Actually, was for the benefit of humanity or with a better or greater purpose. So yes, thank you, Paulina. You did perfect. Don't worry. Relax, you did perfect. We all got your point. Natty, you. What about you? How did you feel with the episode?
I liked the episode. The same time the girl said was different, not too sad like other episodes of
like
Black Mirror.
The previous one was terrible.
Yeah, yes, like he
the psychopath.
everyone
It was terrible.
Yes. Bad episode.
Yeah.
Yes, this is in different, so it was nice.
Yeah, you liked
I
it.
like it.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Thank you, Camilo. Let's see if we hear something like a different opinion here, or do you agree with everyone?
Hi everyone.
Hello.
I don't know. It was. I have a different opinion in terms of the optimistic way in which we are seeing this episode. I think the difference, or the main difference we have here, is that it is grounded in a reality we all know and we all maybe experience through these apps, through this Tinder or Bumble or the different social networks that we have today in our cell phones. So,
Hey, you said Tinder
uh,
or what? I'm kind of lost here. Tinder or what
Bumble,
happened?
Bumble is the one
Bumble.
for making
Bumble.
friends. It's like
There is
for
another one? Bumble?
it.
I haven't
Yes,
heard
and
about it. Am I too old for this?
we are all, but it's like to
I'm
a
writing it down just
variation
in case.
of matching sites
Yeah.
that are pretty old if we think in their in the way. I don't know, I remember match.com that we
Yes,
used to see
I remember.
in movies and things like that, and it was like, I don't know, at least 15 years, 10 years from
Yes.
now. So uh, that's something different from the apocalyptic visions that we may have in the other episodes. This one is maybe happening to us, and and it goes through a way that shows us some things that we may like or not, but are part of our reality. So I don't think, and maybe we can discuss on that. I don't think it's very positive in terms of
Very what?
how it
Sorry?
positive in
Yeah.
terms of how it builds on human relationships and especially on partner or these romantic
Yeah.
relationships. I think that the idealization of romance
Or the
as
soulmate
a
idea.
and a very specific kind of romance. You know, it
Yeah.
was very uncomfortable for me to think about the stereotypical way in which it was presented. You know, that you may not be focused on physical features of the other person or things like that, but in terms of souls and soulmates. You
Yes.
know, it
Yeah.
was very.
Yeah, that was weird. I agree with you. Just give me just 1 second, you guys. Let me turn off the heating. I cannot hear you. I can hear you now. Yeah. So yeah, I think I agree with you. The idea of the soulmate, the romanticization of love was a thing for me. I like the episode, but I totally agree with you, Camilo. I don't think it's a positive episode. I think it was just like Black Mirror, a critic to society, but
Yeah,
not that violent, not that sad.
yes, and maybe it's something part of my conspiracy theories that the music and the soundtrack of the episode, the Smith songs, I knew it before, so it's like Hank the DJ because he's always playing the same
Yeah, the
music,
same music.
and
Like go against the rules.
yes, and it was like okay, the same music, at least in terms of romantic relationships, is this that it was presented to us in terms of these two guys, and I finish here, and I love the girl that says the second girl, that the one who said
The weird one, like the second, like the
yes,
one he has to say with a year.
yes, when
You
she
liked
says yeah, when she says so you're the kind of guy that make jokes. That was the best part of
Yeah,
that's the
she was
best part of
so like, I don't know, so serious, so she was like, I don't know. Those are the things we have to discuss. Would you guys have stayed with someone like that? You are not allowed to simply leave. You have to stay there. Like, okay, whatever. So yeah, we're getting into that later. Kathy, what about you? We're going one by one as you got into the meeting. That's why you're going last, Felipe. Nothing personal. You know I like you. Kathy,
Yeah.
how do you feel the episode?
Yes, I watched the episode 2 weeks ago, so maybe I can remember anything. But I feel I like, but I agree with Camilo. I feel like como this type of apps that you have to stay with another person, like obligation maybe. I feel that the life is so short that I don't feel comfortable or happy stay 10 years with another person.
Just to practice.
And
It was like practice before finding the love of your life. You had to practice with other people.
Yes, but I feel that you never feel your soulmate. I feel that all the people have a mistake or whatever. But for another part, I don't put my destino, no sé,
Your destiny.
or my life
Yes, in the
to
hands.
an app. Yes.
Yes, that's the thing, and that's the danger with Tinder too. Like you actually put in risk your life because you don't know who you're meeting, and there's been like horrible
Exactly.
stories.
Or how much time have to stay with another person. It's
Yeah.
very risky,
And they
maybe.
they had to stay locked in that cabin for a
Mhm.
year, like locked. What kind of love is that? When you love someone, you sometimes don't see
boring.
your boyfriend, and it's okay.
It's very boring. For me, it was
Yeah,
like the dates were boring. So you
of
go
course.
to have dinner and then go to have sex, and
Yeah, and then
that
sleep.
was the
And
life.
then, yeah, it was
It
all
was
about sex.
boring.
It was all about sex after all. Like the machine was giving the girl boy after boy only 12 hours, 12 hours. So basically, what can you do in 12 hours? Eat, sex, sleep. See you tomorrow. See you someday, actually. So it was like all about that. Boring. I would have never fallen in love with a guy that I have to be locked down for a year. I broke up with my ex-boyfriend during quarantine. What's a better example than that? I cannot deal with it. Felipe, finally, you, please. What was your opinion on the episode?
Yes, I like it very much. I think it covers some topics that as a society we are getting into more and more, like dating apps. I think like dating apps are more common in big cities, maybe more common than in Chile, but for example, I don't know, in New York,
Yeah.
people that don't speak to each other in the street or in coffee shops, they just have to use these kind of apps. It's weird. I mean,
I don't think it's
pers-
weird. I don't think it's weird. It's just
it's
modern.
for me. Yeah, I think I'm too old fashioned.
Ah,
I
that's
think that I like the old way. I think it's better for me
yeah.
because I like technology. I like using apps, but I don't like that apps maybe control everything that I do. I know it's my decision, but in some way you are depending on
Yes. Giving your
some script.
personal emotional decisions to an app.
Yes,
It's kind of weird.
yes,
It's too much. Yeah.
and yes, but that's my personal opinion. I think that the episode covers some topics that are very interesting, maybe about love and maybe about statistics. Because,
Algorithms.
yeah, how will you know if the person that you say is the perfect one is really the best for you? I mean, have you dated everyone in the world.
Yeah. Or
It-
what if you change? Like, okay, my algorithm says I want a guy that, I don't know, likes chocolate now because I like chocolate. But what if in a month I like milk? So I would
Yeah.
like, I'm sorry, we have to break up. I don't know.
Yes, it's dynamic. I think that's the point maybe of the artificial intelligence,
Yeah.
that is so advanced that they could maybe make a version of you that could date a lot of persons, and that will make some math calculation that this
Yeah.
is the perfect guy for you. Uh, that's interesting for me. I think that obviously we wouldn't do that. We we
You
don't have the
think we,
time. We
like,
don't have the time
ah,
to date
yeah, today,
everyone.
like you
Yeah.
put as much as you can, maybe.
And from a statistics point of view, yes, you will know a better decision if you date everyone.
Yes,
I
of
mean,
course, but we all make mistakes because
uh,
we don't have that
yeah,
much time.
yeah, I think that's part of being human and not a robot.
Yeah,
It's about chance.
mistakes.
You don't know what you get. I think that the important part is to know yourself better, and that way you will know better if that person is for you, instead of dating to see if it works. I mean,
Yeah,
maybe
that's the
this,
thing. That's the
yeah,
thing. With these apps, you have to make it work.
yeah, yeah. I
And
think we don't work that way like robots, like
no,
maybe an artificial intelligence will work with that, but I think that part of the human experience is chance. I mean, how do you know if the person right for you is waiting in the other side of the continent, for example? You will never know
yeah,
unless you go.
and it's not only about, like, I don't know, the person, the perfect person for you, or whether you
Yeah,
like him or her physically. It's also chemistry and things
yeah,
that any algorithm can predict. Like, okay, maybe you have the perfect face I've always dreamed, and I have the perfect face and body that you always dreamed. But what if we don't have chemistry? And
yeah.
that's what happens a lot in Tinder.
Yes,
So
yes. The second guy is the example, maybe
yeah,
that he's very interesting for the girl, but then she realized that
yeah.
it's
Like,
not too much.
he had everything. He was nice. He was interesting. He had good sex. I mean, he had good sex. They had good sex. But there was nothing more than that.
Yeah,
So there is something there, and that's probably the mystery of love. And we're getting, we could try getting to that loophole, try to define
yeah,
what's love and what makes the difference. But there is definitely something that happens when you love someone and when you fall in love with someone, and that I think cannot be measured with any algorithm.
yeah. That's a good point.
Yeah,
To
sorry.
finish,
Yeah.
I don't think we have like one soulmate. I truly believe that we have several potential best partners.
I
I think that.
that's the first question I wanted to ask everyone. Anybody here who believes, like, it's okay, don't feel ashamed of believing in whatever you believe. It doesn't matter if Felipe just said that he doesn't believe in that. Do not listen to him. Do any of you believe in soulmates? You know what soulmates are? Almas gemelas. Any of you who's like strongly believe in soulmates?
No, but because almas gemelas, a soulmate, it's como the person that is the best
Perfect
for
for you.
you.
The perfect
All
for you.
day it's good moment, all years is good moment, and I don't
Not
believe
necessarily,
that.
not necessarily.
No?
I think it has to do with the idea of that there is someone in the world made for you. Like, only one person that is your mate, that is like, it doesn't matter if you have fights or not, but that person is the one that you belong to, and that person belongs to you, and you belong to each other. And,
No, I don't believe, and I think that it depends of the time also. In my case, for example, in the past, I had a good boyfriend, but in these times, maybe he don't like me, maybe. But in the future, maybe, but it's not my case. But
You're
I
waiting
think that
for your ex.
no,
It's
no.
not coming
But
back.
no. But I think that it's depending the time or the period of in you are in your life.
Yes, of course.
Yes.
That's exactly what I think. Gabby, you are married. We have a married person here. Let's ask Gabby first before we give any opinions, because she's married. So it's gonna be problematic for her. What do you think about soulmates and love? What is your idea of love?
I think it's more practical for me. O sea, it's more. I am not a romantic person. I'm more practical. So with my husband, we have a similar point of view, similar projects, and similar beliefs.
Yeah.
So we can build a future together perfectly. But I want to add something. I never use a Tinder application or something like that. So I cannot be connected the episode with these apps because I understand the episode like is the minds of the on the guys separate from the physical bodies.
Yeah.
So this no sé, doppelganger or it's a simulation.
Yes, it's a simulation. It's not real life. It's a simulation. It's like this.
Yeah, but this simulation, these bodies or these people, there were like thousands of couples in the simulations. So these thousand of couple break the rules of the system and will be together
In the real world, I think.
But I cannot connect it with the app with Tinder. I don't
You couldn't
feel that are related.
How it works. Yeah, the thing is that it tells you that the app, the Tinder, that is called Coach in this episode, sorry, tells you what you like. Okay, you're gonna meet Camilo. You guys meet, and it tells you how much time you have, and it goes like narrowing your candidates. I think that at the beginning you have all the candidates, and the more experiences you have, the algorithm becomes better and better and better and better, narrowing what's your kind of man or woman in this case, or man or woman, whatever. Narrowing your preferences until it matches you with your perfect match, that is 98, or was it like 99.8 or 98% perfect match. 99.8, right?
Yes.
Perfect match. So when you find your perfect match, supposedly you already find the love of your life, you can get married, and but I don't think that they knew that they were in a simulation. I think they were just like living the life, and then when they wake up, they just meet the person. But I think that they realized that they were in a simulation. It's not something that they all knew. So, but what I think, Gabby, speaking of the simulation, I think that maybe they are still in the simulation. Why do we believe that they went out of the simulation when they found the perfect match? They could be doing the same process over and over and over and over and over again and over again for eternity. Dating and dating and dating and dating, breaking free and
But
dating.
I think when they realize that they are in a simulation, appear the walls, so they knows that there are systems control their lives. So
yeah, because they knew
in
they
the
could
real
escape.
life, there are there was different because here they was in a bar, I think, in
Yeah.
a crowded place, so doesn't seems like a simulation.
Yeah, like, yeah, I think they're trying to say that at the end they are in the real world.
Mhm.
I don't know, to be honest. This is Black Mirror. It could have been like starting the process over again, collecting data. That's how can I think that this is actually happy? It's impossible. I will not accept a happy ending here. Nope. Paulina, we heard you that you have a baby, that it was when you call your boyfriend, girlfriend, I don't know, you said bebé, los audífonos. So we know that you have someone there. What do
Yes.
you think? Do you think that we have soulmates somewhere in the world?
Well, I have two comments about it. The first is in the past, in some point of my life, I do a lot of Tinder thing, and I met a lot of nice people, but none of these relationship works. It's very sad, but I do like Tinder, actually. I do a lot, and in this time, in that time, it was like something addictive, and it was very, very hard to stop the use of the app to me. But now I am in a relationship, so the Tinder is over, obviously.
No, but with someone that you met not in Tinder, you met somewhere else.
Yes, like the old-fashioned way,
real life meeting
like
someone.
Felipe says. And about the subject of the soulmates, I had a lot of boyfriends. I never felt that sensation that all the people talk about, or the feeling of, I don't know, this is my whole life, and this is a very special person to me, and I don't know, thing like this. To resume, I don't believe in your middle orange.
yeah, your other half.
Okay, other half.
Your other half.
Okay.
Yeah, I think that you can actually find maybe some that's. I think that just like Felipe said, there are many other halves. Like you are a puzzle, and there could be possible like many options of pieces that you could put around your puzzle.
Yes.
Depending on what direction you want to expand.
I can't find anyone for.
I use Tinder. Like I remember you remind me of my own personal story. I used Tinder for many years now, like 2 years when I was younger in Santiago. It works better in big cities. I am in a small city now. It's so boring. No, but I'm also older, so I don't feel like talking. It's boring for me to talk to someone, to get to know someone. Like I'm not interested anymore. But when I was younger, it was okay.
Yes.
And I dated many guys, but I only like kissed one, but I dated 40. and I had many good, very good oncecitas. So, but it was just like I knew. I think it was me, and there are lots of people like this. I don't know. I would like to ask Nati if you have. I don't know if you have used Tinder, but I think that many people have some kind of prejudice in advance. Like we don't trust the app. We do it for fun. But we know that it's not going to be correct because it cannot be that an app can know what I like. It's just physical. I am more than that. Blah, blah. I am not that superficial. So every time I met someone, I was like, just going to meet some guy that is not going to be the love of my life. Maybe he was.
Yes.
I have friends that now she's married and she had a child.
I know the love of her life.
Yes, but her husband, she meet in Tinder.
Yes, I know couples. My best friends met on Badoo. That's like older. They are 29. They are like normal people, but for some strange reason, the two of them downloaded Badoo and they met on Badoo and they have a kid. I don't know. I'm gonna upload this on the internet so she can know we talk about her. Yeah. Nadi, you said that you have never used Tinder or any dating app?
No, never.
Why is that? Because you are young and
It's
cute.
not it's
Why?
nothing particular. I think that I am a little bit shy.
Yeah.
So for me, it's not too easy to use an app to know people. I prefer to know them in some party or something like that.
Shouldn't it be
With
easier
them.
for shy people?
No, because you have to know someone with no backup without your friends
Yeah.
around.
So you
It's
have to
just
create the connection.
you and the other person, and you have to talk all the time.
In a party, you can talk about the mutual friends or the music. Yeah, I get it.
Exactly. Yeah. So no, I never used that app, and I have a boyfriend since around 2 years. So I don't need to use that app.
I had Tinder while having a boyfriend, but it was just because I like and dislike, dislike.
Oh,
That's what I wanted.
Ah.
I didn't talk to
And
anyone.
your boyfriend, you don't doesn't have a Tinder?
Like, you mean my ex-boyfriend?
Oh,
No,
yeah. Ex-boyfriend.
no, like he knew I had it. And I just use it to like and dislike, really. I never replied any message. It's
Yes,
boring.
I below.
It's like a game.
I below the Tinder in 2012 maybe, but I thought that it's like Messenger.
You could talk to
So
anyone.
yes, and my boyfriend in this time, he told me about the icon, the llamita.
Yeah.
Yes, but I don't never know that is like more sexual or physical.
Yeah,
For me, it's like Messenger.
I think that's a misconception with Tinder. I am a strong defender of Tinder because I was an active user. It doesn't have to do with sex. I have never been on sexual encounters based on Tinder.
But in this time, it's like this. I have friends in Santiago that use Tinder.
But other people use it just for make friends. Just to
Yes,
make friends.
it's like
So it depends on what you want.
yes, if you want to have sex and
you
an
can.
affair, I don't know, you can. But if you want to go for a cup of coffee, you can.
I did that. And it worked perfectly. Camilo, Felipe said that he doesn't like it the new way. He doesn't like it with apps. He's old-fashioned in that sense. What about you? Have you used Tinder?
Yes, a lot.
Are you active now?
No.
No, yeah. Share your experience, please.
Yes, I tend to disagree, and here I'm talking in general of social networks, not only Tinder,
Sorry, just 1 second, Camilo. Sorry to interrupt you, but the meeting says that we only have 2 minutes left. Yes, so go ahead. Give it all to us.
We can join the same link.
Ah,
The
like
same
restart
link
a
as well.
conversation.
Yes.
Yeah, okay, but go ahead, Camila. Oh yeah, let's do it right now. Let's before you
Okay.
answer, let's stop it. Let's re-enter. And then we have like 10 more minutes or 15 more minutes, okay?
Commercials.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, commercials. See you.